Hey guys, this is Androlica McMillan, and here is my Rise Progress presentation. Reflect. I am proud of my overall performance because, for one, I stepped out of my comfort zone. Secondly, I applied for internships at news stations. I also applied out of state, so not just in Florida, I applied in Georgia. I actually applied for a station in New York just to push my luck a little bit. I also volunteered for local events. So over here we have a lot of church events going on where church help out local families that need help with anything. So I volunteered to help that out and do an interview for them. I also revised my webpage. I added new things. I put up one of the interviews I've done. I actually wrote a little blog in there. So I revised that whole thing, gave it some color, and made it all about me. I also became more social on social media. So I've been uploading more of statuses, saying what I'm doing and how I'm reaching out to the community. And I've also uploaded new pictures, and as you can see for one right there, showing people what I'm about and what I'm trying to do in the community, also, and what I'm looking forward to in my future for my career. Inquire. Looking at what I accomplished, I know I still need to work on my communication skills for one, because for my last couple interviews I've done, I usually tend to get off topic a little bit. So I know I need to work on my communications. I know I need to be more direct and straightforward. Secondly, video editing. I'm not too fond of all the Adobe products. For one, my favorite is the Illustrator. It does help me out a lot. But yeah, I do need to work on my video editing skills. I need to learn how to, put all the clips in together without showing that I put them all in together, if that makes sense, without having that little gap in between each video and each clip. Suggest. So my efforts were kind of supported by some of the things I've learned in my previous portfolio class. However, I plan to refine my work by writing out scripts. So if I know I have a certain client and what they're representing and what they're coming to do an interview with me for, write out a script for that and write out certain questions to ask them. Secondly, of course, if I'm writing out a script, I want to memorize the script. Also research. So that goes back to writing something out. In order for me to write out things, I have to do my research on this person or this company and see what I can learn about them for myself, and use those things that I've researched on or the information that I gathered to write out my questions. And I usually get a lot of nerves when I am about to do an interview, so that kind of does take over a lot, and it makes me kind of ramble with what I'm saying. So I learned to meditate recently, so I feel like that has helped me a lot for my nerves, is to meditate. And lastly, elevate. I tend to make my portfolio more meaningful by refocusing all my efforts on my interviewee. Basically, not slipping off a topic, staying on one topic, getting that answer to that certain question that I do ask. I will continue to give updates via social media to keep my audience interested, to show them that I'm still here, that I'm still trying to, become a news anchor, and what they can expect. I will also continue to volunteer in my community to gain a loyal following and a trust with my peers. So if I show that I'm doing things locally and I'm showing that I'm representing my community, I will gain a trust with them, and that'll make it to where they can refer me to other places, other states, anything. If I need like a reference or anything like that, I have that trust with my community so they could back me up with anything. Lastly, I will constantly update my webpage for my audience to keep up with what I'm currently attending. I usually slip off with the webpage a little bit and I go straight to social media like Instagram, Facebook. But instead, I feel like I'm going to put a lot more effort into my webpage. So building my brand via webpage in case something ever happens with social media. You never know. So that's what I have, guys, and I appreciate you guys for listening and watching. And lastly, thank you. Have a great day.